This video is going to be for the tiny house floor plan. So we'll just go through the basic description for the tiny house. It's got dimensions 28 feet 1/2 inch by 8 feet 3 inches. The exterior walls are 3.5 and the interior walls are 2. It says dimensions and labels are required. So it says create your own floor plan that includes the following: kitchen, bedroom, 1 bedroom at least, dining area, living area with storage for clothes, food, supplies, etc. This floor plan, you can import items from the 3D warehouse, and it'll give you a much better understanding as far as spacing. You'll need at least 1 door, various windows, and this home will be 1 story, the first floor 9 feet high, but you can include a loft room as well. If you'd prefer to make the main floor 10 feet, that's also acceptable as well. Actually, you could go 8, 9, or 10. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly go over here to our SketchUp, and I've got highlighted, this is our basic dimension, and I started out with a rectangle of that size. A little emphasis on 8 foot 3 inches. That's the legal width, because this is going to be a tiny house that goes on the road, and that's the legal width that it could go on the road. Okay. So first thing you're going to do is use rectangle, and you're going to make your rectangle. Second thing you're going to do is you're going to grab your offset tool, and you're going to create an offset, and it's going to be 3 inches. So there we go, 3.5 inches. So we got our exterior walls, and that's our basic exterior walls. And from there, it also mentions interior walls, but you don't know where to put those walls until you like put down some furniture. So now I would suggest, once again, this is not mandatory, I would suggest you start from the ends and work your way in, just so that you've got a better understanding. It's easier to fill stuff in from the middle. You get to the end, sometimes you're like, oh my goodness, I need more space. So I've already pre-done mine, so I'm basically gonna just release it in terms of their tags. So I started with the bathroom myself, actually. Kind of lay down the basic stuff that I need. I've got toilets, I've got the sink, and there's some storage there. Don't forget your storage. You got your basic stand-up shower, and I picked a door from the 3D warehouse and I put it there. If you bring something in from the 3D warehouse and needs to be edited, by all means feel free to edit that. I had to edit this piece out over here. Now also, I think after this I did the bedroom, so I'm going to activate the bedroom over here. Okay, a little delay in our computer program, that's okay. You may find if you're bringing in very large components in terms of memory, you could get a little bit of lag, a little bit of delay. Excuse me, that's why by the time we get to step 2 and we're still in the walls, once we get to that, I'm going to instruct you to turn off the layers or levels for the furniture, just to kind of speed things up. So I've got a basic bedroom. I used a single bed, and keep in mind I'm putting all my furniture on the interior of the wall, because that's going to represent the wall. So we've got our bed. This is kind of a combination of vertical storage and drawer storage. We've got our night table, and there's our door right there. Now this is called a barn door, and this door slides sideways. So what it does when you've got really confined spaces is it's kind of a nice option, because it's not gonna, you're not gonna have to worry about stuff being out here. If this had to swing in or out, you might end up with issues. So that's why I opted for the barn door. So if that's something that you want to do as well. Okay, so now that we've got our rooms, obviously, especially the bathroom, you're gonna want some privacy. So you're gonna want a wall in there. So I'm gonna activate, and you would draw, that's your interior walls right here. And once again, they're going to be 2 inches, okay? There you go. Now, following this, I'm going to, I would like to see, like personally, I think it's probably a good idea to have a window in at least each room. So I'm going to go with a bedroom window here, and I'm going to go with a bathroom window here. If you're not sure how tall to make that, one thing you could do is you could just take your pencil here, and I gave you the option, you go 8, 9, or 10. I personally would kind of err on the side of a little more, so I'm going to go with 10 feet tall, kind of like there. So that's one thing you can do to give you an idea as far as, you know, how tall to put your windows. If you're not sure where to put your windows in terms of, you know, you want it to be exactly where the wall is going to be, one thing you could do as well is you could, you know, pick this thing here is sitting right on the edge. So what we could do is, if we more or less want the wall, or excuse me, the window to be in the middle of the bed, you could just kind of go off the bed, and you could go straight up, kind of like so, and make a line, and then that would help you place the window. So there's a couple options there. Okay. So now you need, let's see, the next thing I did when I made this is I made a kitchen. Now I opted to bring in an entire kitchen. I believe when I keyed in my search in the 3D warehouse, I typed in apartment kitchen because you want something small, you want something compact. If you're trying to bring in a kitchen from a conventional home, it's going to be, you know, spread out, and it's probably not going to be very suitable for this application. Okay, so we've got that. We've got our kitchen. We're going to also have a dining area or an eating area. So I'm going to bring this in. I went with these. This is actually called a booth, kind of like you'd have in a restaurant, fast food. Okay, now the living room area and all the things that it entails, I brought those in from the 3D warehouse as well, of course. And I've got a couch, a television, I guess you'd call it an end table or a TV table, and it's got drawers in it, so it would, right over here, it would fulfill the storage criteria. So, okay, now we also are going to need one door. So I'm going to activate my door that I brought in over here. And that's everything for the floor plan.